been to my channel before, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. So, you'll notice this is a little bit different. I bought my husband a really nice camera and a tripod for Christmas, but he already knew what it was, so he said, just don't even wrap it. It doesn't even matter. So, I'm using it today. I'm testing it out to see how well it does. So hopefully it goes well, and if it does, this is what I'm going to be using from now on. So, today I wanted to talk about fears. So, when you're trying to have a baby, and you've gone through infertility and miscarriages and all of that, you develop fears. So, one of the things I'm going to start off by saying is one of my fears is that I'm not going to be able to get pregnant again or have another child. So that's a pretty big fear, but it's not my biggest fear when going through all of this. So another fear I have is getting pregnant and miscarrying again. I think that is probably one of my biggest fears with this whole journey, is getting pregnant but not being able to stay pregnant. Because it's like, once you overcome the infertility and you get that positive test, like doctors confirm that yes, you're pregnant, then that fear just it is automatic. It's like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. What if I can't keep this baby? Like, what if something goes wrong again? Like, could I really handle another miscarriage? And then another fear, which I don't think I've ever shared this with anybody. I don't think I've ever really said this out loud. One of my other big fears is that when we finally get pregnant and we finally have that first ultrasound and everything is great, my fear is that now that we're pregnant, nobody's going to be happy for us. Nobody's going to be excited. I just feel like, we've been on this journey for so long and we've had so many miscarriages together that people are just going to be like, whatever, like, it's no big deal. Yeah, you're pregnant. Congratulations. That might be an irrational fear that I have. And it's probably not even true, but that's just, I don't know how I've been feeling lately, is that, hold on, I think my cat is messing with my presents. Hey. Listen. Out. Sorry about that. My cat was messing with the Christmas tree and presents. But that's probably an irrational fear. It's probably a fear that's not even true. That's just how I've been feeling lately. And it's very hard to overcome these fears. It's very hard to talk about these fears. But it's all part of coping and figuring out a way that works for you, to move past it and to not fall into this depression or this anxiety or whatever feelings you may have. You've got to work through these things. And that's something that I've worked very hard on over the last 10 years. And especially the last 3. At some point, you go through so much, you get to the point where you're just like, I hate it. Like, I hate my body. I hate, that I have to go through this. Like, why me? Why, can Sally over here, have 10 kids but not take care of a single one of them? Like, you go through these motions, you go through these cycles, and that's part of being human. That's part of, learning, what your triggers are, learning how to cope with those triggers, learning ultimately learning to be okay. And, you know, I've put in a lot of work over the years. I've been through so much, but it's not something I want sympathy for. It's not something I want somebody to tell me, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Like, sometimes, yeah, those words are nice to hear, but it's not what I want. Like, you don't have to tell me sorry. You don't have to feel sorry for me. You don't have to do any of that. Like, just be there and be supportive, really. And you know, when you have supportive people in your life, those fears get smaller and smaller. I have supportive friends. I have supportive family. I have a supportive husband. And it really does help. Yeah. So those are some of my biggest fears when, you know, you're going on this journey. I was just thinking about it last night, and last night I was like, oh my god, I really want to pick up the phone and I really want to record this, but I wanted to try out this camera and see how it works, so I didn't film any of it last night. But it's just, you know, daily things that go through my head when you're, you know, in the middle of trying to have a baby and all of that. So yeah, that's basically what I have for you guys today. Let me see, what cycle day am I? Give you guys an update where I'm at in my cycle. So I'm on cycle day 8, and I use 3 different apps, and Ovia is the one where it's never accurate for my cycle to start. But it does give me a week of fertile days that I should be on. So it says that my fertile week starts the 14th and ends the 19th. So I don't actually know when I'm going to ovulate, if I'm going to ovulate. Let's see what Glow says. Glow says I should ovulate on the 21st, and that would be cycle day. So Glow has me ovulating on cycle day 20 like I did last month. And Thermometer has me ovulating on cycle day 25. Wow. So all 3 apps are pretty much all over the place. Yeah. It's really all over the place. I don't even know when I'm going to ovulate. I did take an ovulation test today, and it was not positive. I mean, the line was getting darker. Like yesterday, there was no line at all. So it is getting darker. I think by cycle day 10, I'm going to start my live ovulation test. I gotta buy more. I don't really have that many left. So I'm only gonna do an ovulation test once a day. You know, I think cycle day 10 is probably too early to start. I'm going to start on cycle day 12 and go from there. And then we'll do the live ovulation test and see what happens. I'm not taking any supplements this cycle. I said I was going to do my prenatal vitamins and my vitamin D. I have not even started those yet. I'm going to start them today. And I think I'll probably take my baby aspirin too, just in case. But I'm not going to take anything else just to see if maybe that's what threw off my ovulation. I don't know. That's the latest I've ever noticed that I ovulated. So who knows. But that's my update for today. And if you remember, go follow my Instagram account. It's Fertility Frenzy. I will link it in the bio. I don't know how to copy the URL link, so I'll just put the name in there and you guys can search it on Instagram and you'll be able to find it. Also, I have my bonfire campaign going. It's up, it's ready, it's live. Please go check this out. I figured I would give it a try and see what it's about, and hopefully I can sell some shirts and see what happens. And this, in the if it doesn't work right now, maybe in the future it'll be a good fundraising campaign. So go check it out. I will put the link to that in the description box. So I will talk to you guys later.